Hello and welcome to the TES Secondary Maths Resource of the Week number 35 with me, Craig Barton. Now, it's that time of the year when Year 12 students across the country are hopefully starting to panic a little bit about their up and coming summer AS exams. And if your students are anything like mine, then some of their books and notes, if you want to even call them notes, are in an absolute state. And them trying to revise from their notes is a bit of a nightmare. So the other option is to perhaps hand them the textbook, but that's kind of possibly 300, 400 pages full of stuff and often not written in student-friendly forms. And of course there are other sources of notes out there, but my students were looking for something where all the key points are in one place, it's not too daunting, and it can help them revise those absolutely crucial elements that are going to be pivotal to their success or failure in the exam. So I did a bit of hunting around and I stumbled upon this absolute classic here that's been kindly uploaded by Mrs. Morgan 1. Edexcel Core 1 and 2 revision cards. Now immediately if you're thinking, well wait a minute, we don't do Edexcel, neither do we. We're AQA for our A-level maths, but these are the Core 1 and Core 2 courses are pretty much universal and interchangeable, so I've certainly found the vast majority of these cards are completely relevant for our students. So it's a PDF, and it's a very, very simple idea, but often the best ideas are the simplest ones. And it's exactly what it suggested. It's a set of Core 1 and Core 2 revision cards. But I really love the way these are laid out, because as opposed to just notes, each one has a question on it and an answer. So this lends itself well to a couple of things. So firstly, you can get students obviously using these cards to revise on their own. But what I've encouraged my students to do is to get other people involved. Now, whether this be fellow classmates, so perhaps when they're revising together, or perhaps they've done a homework or a practice test together, what I'm suggesting that they do is that they each pick 5 cards and read them out to each other and challenge each other to answer them, and then the other person reads 5 cards back to them. And if they do this kind of once a week, it'll really help reinforce those key points. And there's enough cards here, I mean there's 6 pages of these here, to keep them busy and keep the variety up. But I'll tell you what as well, what's gone down quite well with some students is that this is a way to involve people at home or friends who are non-mathematicians, because often it's revising can be a really lonely thing to be involved in. And unless you're a maths specialist, it's quite hard to offer assistance, especially for the A-level components, once they reach A-level level. But this is a really nice way of getting people involved, because they don't need that sophisticated maths knowledge. They can just read out the question and perhaps give prompts and hints towards the answer. So it's been nice to involve friends who are non-maths specialists and also family members. And the final thing that my students have really enjoyed with this is it's encouraged them to create their own cards. Now, if I said to them from the start, right, I want you to create an entire set of cards for Core 1, Core 2, it wouldn't work, it's too daunting a task. But if a decent set, well, a very, very decent set is already out there, ready for them, then it's not too bad for them just to add a couple of key questions and answers if they feel they need them, if there are any gaps. So, such a simple idea, but such a wonderful idea, and it's really helping our Year 12s across the school prepare for their exams. Now, of course, if they all absolutely bomb out in June, then I'll be deleting this video, but I think this will be an absolutely pivotal part to their revision. So there it is, Edexcel Core 1 and 2 revision cards, but suitable for all exam boards. Hope that was useful, and I'll be back with a fresh Resource of the Week next week. Take care, and bye for now.